Back in the early 2000s, if you were highly anticipating the release of a particular movie and you could not wait for it to come out, you were in luck because for whatever reason, wide-scale leaks were pretty common at the time and many made it their trade to spread leaked materials from a movie. For example, just before Revenge of the Sith officially hit theaters in May 2005, a high-quality version of the film showed up online. It was basically DVD quality with some differences like time codes, watermarks, and unfinished CGI, so everyone immediately knew that it came from someone who had access to the film before it was done. Within hours, 16,000 people downloaded it on torrenting sites, and by the next day, it was spreading like wildfire. The story behind the leak was messy. It started with a post-production worker of an unknown company who passed the disc along to friends. From there, it moved through a chain of employees and contractors until it landed in the hands of one individual who finally uploaded the movie to the internet the night before the film's worldwide release. It didn't take very long for law enforcement to get involved, especially since there was a growing crackdown on internet piracy at the time due to the Family Entertainment and Copyright Act. Anyways, the individual would end up pleading guilty and served a month in jail, while most of the other people in the chain received fines.
$7? The fuck, man? This isn't enough. What are you, 6 years old?
When the leak happened as well, many people created DVD rips of the movie and attempted to sell the physical copies. However, the police would apprehend most of these individuals before the DVD bootlegs became widespread. In 2003, Hulk leaked online in the form of an unfinished version of the movie, roughly 2 weeks before its theatrical release. The bootlegged copy lacked finished visual effects, used temporary music, and had incomplete sound, and many scenes were also filled with placeholders. Universal Pictures publicly condemned the leak, launching an investigation into where the leak came from. The leak, from what I could tell, originally popped up on sites like Relay Chat, where the files to download the movie became widely available. Of course, with the release of the movie's unfinished cut, came reviews which swarmed the internet soon after, with fans and even professional critics critiquing the movie's story and even special effects, despite the fact that it was not done by this point. In March 2009, about a month before X-Men Origins Wolverine hit theaters, a high-quality version of the movie leaked online, with yet again unfinished CGI, missing scenes, and watermarks all over it. It was an internal version of the film that was not meant for anyone outside the studio. 4.5 million people had downloaded the film before it was taken down. The leak was likely a preview copy that had been prepared for Rupert Murdoch, but the security on it was basically non-existent. Somehow, it got into the hands of Gilberto Sanchez, who bought it from a Korean man and uploaded it to Mega Upload. Sanchez eventually got 1 year in federal prison for the leak. Now, not all films were leaked through an individual acquiring a physical copy of the movie. Sometimes, it's glitches that causes a leak to occur, especially in the age of streaming. Like, did you know that 10 days before Zack Snyder's Justice League was supposed to drop on HBO Max, it accidentally showed up on the platform, but only for some people who were trying to watch the new Tom and Jerry film. This was a weird glitch at the time that did cause the film to become widespread on the internet a few days before the film release. There were some that suspected that WB purposely leaked the film to undermine its release, but there was no proof that this was the case. Sometimes, strangely, a leak does not come out from a random worker at some third-party studio, but by someone major within the company itself. For example, before 2014, Ryan Reynolds and Tim Miller were fighting to get a Deadpool movie made. Fox had the rights to the character, but every time the idea came up to develop a Deadpool film, Fox always got cold feet as the IP was unproven and they would rather not risk an R-rated comic book film. However, around 2011, Tim Miller was given permission to put together a 90-second piece of test footage to prove that a Deadpool film could really work. However, after creating the test footage, Fox would still turn down the project as they felt it wasn't really worth making. For years after this, Tim Miller fought to get the movie greenlit, but there was zero indication that it would ever see the light of day. Well, until...
Oh, hello there. I bet you're wondering why the red suit.
In July 2014, this piece of test footage mysteriously showed up online, revealing the test footage in its entirety. It was the release of this footage that convinced Fox to greenlight the entire film. However, at the time, no one knew who was responsible for the leak. Tim Miller denied having anything to do with it, and so did Ryan Reynolds. All we did know is that someone high up the production was responsible for it. I mean, now it's pretty obvious that Ryan Reynolds was the one who leaked it, but as far as we can tell, he never got into any immense trouble for it.